What's up, fam? It's Manny here, and I have a question for you. Have you ever felt like you needed to see something in order to actually believe it? One of my favorite shows growing up was called Ripley's Believe It or Not. I don't know if you've heard of it, but in the show, every week there was these crazy claims. There was this one woman who claimed she had the longest fingernails in the world. And I was like, yeah, all right. And then they showed a clip of her. It was disgusting. It was definitely the longest fingernails in the world. But I wouldn't have believed her claim had I not seen the footage. Question 2. Do you know of any people that are like that with Jesus? That they tell you, hey bro, hey sis, I would believe in Jesus if I just saw him. If I experienced him. If I was there when he died and rose from the grave. I want to submit to you in this brief moment that Jesus has called you and I to be the living proof to this world, to our neighbors, to our friends, to our family members, everybody we encounter. Proof of his existence, of his goodness, of his love, of the miracles he still does. Come on, that rhymed. You and I are called, wait for it, to be aliens. Manny, what do you mean? I'll tell you what I mean. Turn to 1 Peter chapter 2. This is so good. Verse 11. Here's what Peter writes. Dear friends, I warn you as aliens or temporary residents and foreigners to keep away from worldly desires that wage war against your very souls. Be careful to live properly among your unbelieving neighbors. Then, even if they accuse you of doing wrong, they will see your honorable behavior and they will give honor to God when he judges the world. That's God's word. And here's the thing, fam. You and I are called to be temporary residents, foreigners. You know the word alien in the original Greek, it really means to dwell near, not to be from, not to be far away, not to be E.T., right? Like, it doesn't mean any of those things. It means to dwell near. And so in context, Jesus is asking us that our identity is not made from this world. It's not made by people or places. It's not what your friends say about you. It's not what your teachers or your family says about you. Those could be all good things. Those could be not so good things. Either way, our identity is found in where we're from and where we're going back to. Understand, Christian listening to this, far from God person listening to this. You and I were made in the image of God, and we were made to follow the example of Jesus. Last week, we spoke about how we're just sheep, and Jesus is the good shepherd. And like a good shepherd, he doesn't go behind us and make us move. He came before us and told us how to move. Come on. He told us how to move. And again, following that example, when Jesus is speaking in John 15, John 17, and then again through Peter in 1 Peter chapter 2, like we just read, what we're seeing is the communication of, hey, you're in this world. You're to dwell near this world, but you're not to follow the ways of this world. You are to follow Jesus. Tell me somebody else who can live the way Jesus did and not be a misfit. I mean, Jesus was counter-cultural. He said the first shall be last and the last shall be first. He said, you want to be the greatest? Be the most servant of all. It's like Jesus makes no sense. He brought an upside down kingdom. Jesus lived like an alien to this world. People didn't know what to do with him. He didn't fit in any pretty box. He couldn't be categorized. Jesus was perfect. Jesus is perfect, and he's calling us to live in the way he did, to follow his example. Yeah, maybe we're not perfect, but we can pursue he who is, and that's Jesus. That we can live with our friends and our neighbors and every person we come in contact with. And they can literally say, man, that whole Jesus thing, I got to see it to believe it. But there is something about this Manny kid. There is something about this person watching this video right now. There's something about that person that makes me want to ask them, where are you from? Why are you the way that you are? And we can say, I just love Jesus. And Jesus has asked me, has called me, has purposed me to live like he did, which is like an alien to this world, somebody that can be categorized, somebody that takes all the functions of society and says, no, my God broke that. All those chains, all those boundaries, all those rules, all that divisive talk left or right, up or down, my God broke that because he's not from this world, but he came to save this world. And you and I, as aliens to this world, we can bring heaven to earth. We could say, Jesus, the same way you lived, I want to bring that power, that authority, those miracles, that love. I want to bring that to this world that's dying without you. And even if they call me a weird alien, somebody that doesn't fit in, I'm okay with that because I fit perfectly in the arms of Jesus. Friend, let me encourage you today. It doesn't matter what people think about you because I know what God says about you. And that's that you are to be an alien to this world so that the world understands that they need Jesus. We're to dwell near people that are hurting, that are broken, that are sinning like crazy. Don't run away from. Don't hide in your hole. Don't go into your UFO and fly away. That's not that kind of alien. But that you can say, I'm not from this place. I'm going to heaven when I die. But I want to bring heaven to earth. I want to dwell near. I want to be near. I want to bring heaven here while I'm here. That is who you are. I hope that encourages you. I hope that empowers you to live on mission today and days to come. We love you.